here. I'm at the beautiful Gong Space in Massarosa, Italy. I played a concert and taught a weekend workshop, and tonight I'm playing another concert. So I'm picking out gongs. What a beautiful thing. If you can see around me, we have gongs everywhere to choose from. So I'm picking out a set of gongs to play. Maybe we can go through some of what I've got here. I've got this beautiful Indian gong. I think this is about 34 inches. Indian, probably from Nepal, but via India. And then down here, one of my favorites, a lovely UFIP tam-tam. This is, I believe, 24 inches, just a gorgeous tone. This is B8 bronze. And you can hear these two work together. Same basic note, very different character. Over here I have another UFIP. This is one of their gongs with the tiger finish, a 28 inch, and this is also B8 bronze. Now I used this one the other night. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it tonight. I think I might change it out for something different. Like the two I just played over here, I didn't use the other night. It's fun when you have a mixture of gongs. It's like try out different things. So here I have a 32-inch Peisty Brilliant Symphonic. And below it, a really beautiful Vietnamese gong. I believe this is 28 inches, a bossed gong. And you can hear these two work together. So that's part of my idea, is picking out pairs of gongs that you could say work vertically, yet all these gongs work together horizontally too. So finally, I have this huge, probably Nepalese gong via India. This is one of the best sounding gongs I've ever played in my life. If I could take this home with me, I would. Just a beautiful sounding gong. And below I have a very old 32-inch Peisty Sound Creation Earth. This one is probably maybe around 1980 or so, but this is gorgeous. It sounds better than mine, and I have a really beautiful one. This is what an earth gong should sound like. And again, you can hear how these two work together. So these six, this gong and the UFIP, and this one in the Peisty and the Vietnamese gong I'm sure of. Over here, I'm not sure. There's a prototype UFIP gong that I played the other night that someone took home to try. They're interested in possibly purchasing it. And they're coming to the concert tonight, so we'll bring it back. I'll probably use that one again because it's another very beautiful sound. And I'm trying to think of what to pair it up with. It works well with this, but I think I want to go with something different tonight, a different character. And you can see there's all kinds of singables and percussion and other things at my disposal. And it's really a question of, for me, of finding sounds that blend, that work. I brought a lot of my own mallets and shakers and rattles and things like that. I also have one of my favorites. And I have one at home, a REMO buffalo drum. I think I'll use a drum tonight. I didn't drum the other night. But I plan on playing a completely different performance. There will be some elements that are the same, but it's like, I don't want to do the same thing. So change out half the gongs and add a few more different auxiliary instruments, different bells and other things. Roberta has so many great things here, so I'll be picking out some more and maybe give you a report later on of what I picked out for the final setup. And I will be recording tonight's performance, so hopefully that turns out well and post it up somewhere on YouTube or something. All right, so that's just kind of how I pick out things. I just use my ear. I don't know the tuning of any of these instruments, and I don't really care if they're tuned to a 440 hertz scale or a 432 hertz scale or a 597.6531 scale. That doesn't matter to me, and that's not how I work. I just work with sounds. So just listening to how all these sounds blend together. That's all I do. That's my style. Okay, see you later then. Okay, people have been asking. I thought I'd give you the grand tour of my setup here. Here's some of the mallets and that I brought. My beloved flumies on the left. The purple one is from Grata Sonora. Then various bamboo knitting needles. The gray mallet is a prototype from Dragonfly that was gifted to me. And then the other three are John Mink's Deep Space sound mallets. It's nice to bring your own mallets because they have your sound with them. I have some Gibraltar mallets, my trusty medium yarn wand marimba and medium rubber ones. I also have my ProMark broom sticks in the large size, which unfortunately they do not make anymore. So please, ProMark, Adagio, make the big ones again. I have the Polyflex nylon brushes from Vader. And a pair of, what are these called? Flares, I think they're called, from Regal Tip from ages ago. I got these are at least 25, 30 years old. And it's a sort of a nylon poly type brush with a rubber handle. And I really love those. Here's what somebody has been asking about. This is from Joachim Fassbender. This is the plate glockenspiel. The interesting thing is the way they're mounted. If you hit them on the edge, you get sort of a vibrato sound, but I really like these. And then over here, I have a sansula, Hokama sansula, and a small gong made by the local gong maker, Pablito. I'm using that as a resonator. Your typical Drobu or Ganta bell, this one without the clapper, so I can use it as a singing bell. This here is a clay wind whistle. My Kashishi, very kind of high-pitched, and this is low-pitched and real aggressive. My seed rattles. Little egg maracas and egg shaker. Some beautiful LP wood shakers that I have had for probably 40 years. There's actually a third one, a smaller red one in the set, which I've lost in my studio somewhere amongst the hundreds of instruments and boxes full of things. So I hope I find that someday. But these are really great little shakers. Luis Conti shaker from Meinl, and the mystery orb, as I've dubbed it, the orb, which I might hopefully bring in one of those home with me. It's very unique. And over here I have your standard 16-inch REMO buffalo drum, and then a 20-inch ThetaDrum made here in Italy with all metal beads. We'll try that tonight. I have to say, this is also made here in Italy. I'm playing a lot of Italian instruments. Like here's a UFIP Tiger Gong. I will be probably replacing that with the prototype UFIP Gong when that shows up. And I've decided to pick out a Neptune Paiste Planet Gong because it goes good with this whole ensemble here. Up ahead, I have a set of UFIP Ogororo. I have some UFIP Burma bells, some traditional Burma bells. For a whole range of sounds. These are some, I think they're aluminum made by Pablito, another, like I said, a local maker. So I'm using things by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 or 6 Italian artisans. And I have a beautiful UFIP ice bell here, and then a string of the traditional bells that you find in gift shops and whatever from India. A couple more Burma bells from Pablito. And that kind of completes my setup. Lots of great sounds. It'll be exciting. It'll be fun to play. It's been like a playground here with all the different and newer instruments at my disposal. So I've enjoyed it. Okay, that's my report. Talk to you later.